As a kid, I used to hate reading books. I remember every summer after school, our teachers made a list that we must read, and if you don't read it, well, bad things were gonna happen to you. And I was scared of these thoughts because I was a shy kid and I was forced to read. Even though I was forced to read, I didn't. I always found ways to cheat, to lie to my parents and skip the whole book. I remember there was one time when I started reading that book. I read the first 4 pages, then skipped to the final 4 pages. Then, after one day, I went to my mom and said, "I'm done." She was very excited and maybe thought that her son finally started to read, but the reality was that I hated to do things that someone else is forcing me to do. I still do. But when I was 17, one friend told me that this one book changed his life. Seriously. He told me that since he read it, he started to be more focused, to know exactly what he wants from life, that this book opened his mind for new opportunities and that it completely changed his daily life. I said, what? How? How can one book change your life? How? How is that even possible? He told me. I went to the bookshop, got the book and started reading immediately. It was very hard in the beginning because I haven't had read a book in almost 5 years, but I read a few pages a day and eventually it got easier. Today, I'm going to share with you that book, and her name is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. What an amazing story. Now, you may have heard about it, you may have even read it, but this book seriously changed my life. It's a really famous book, but when I started reading it, it was not about the book. It was about my connection with the book. The story follows a high-profile attorney who has accomplished everything in life but has a heart attack and decides to disappear from everyone. He goes to India and completely changes his life. It's an amazing story and very practical as well. So Robin shares this journey but also a very different point of view which obviously I hadn't observed. I thought that books are for losers and they're a waste of time, but I was wrong. I learned that there are no mistakes, only lessons, that every step I make is getting me close to the success I want, that the purpose of life is life with purpose, that life is actually pretty beautiful if you pay attention to the small things, that the universe helps those of us who are ready to confront their fears and be brave. This book is like a guide for life itself. I've learned so much from it that at some point my brain was about to explode. And it was the perfect timing. Just when I started going out with friends, drinking and stuff like that, this one friend hit me with that book and it immediately took me to another direction, which was obviously the right direction for me. I didn't want to read it in the beginning, okay? But then I said, why not? Why not give it a shot? And from that moment on, I seriously changed my life. I changed my daily habits. I changed my daily routine. I removed toxic friends and toxic relationships. I started doing meditation. I started getting up early, cold showers, and literally my life went from this to this on the mental level. If you have interest, I can make a video about my daily routine and daily habits and show you in more details. I realized that I almost know nothing about me. This book was the beginning of my spiritual journey. Till then, I had completely ignored my mind and forgot that it needs to be trained if you want to use it to grow. These are my 3 favorite quotes from the book. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Think about it. Everything that you know and that you fear first comes in your mind and then it becomes a reality. With practice, I learned how to control my mind, control my thoughts, control what I want to create and how I want to shape my reality. Because our thoughts create our life, so why not observe them? In my case, by the way, it was indispensable. Never be a prisoner of your past. Become the architect of your future. You will never be the same. I believe that going to the past equals not living. Because why do we go to the past? To relive happy memories, to escape reality, thinking that we will actually escape it, but we don't. The truth is that the past is gone, and we can either learn from it or get hurt. If we pay too much attention to the past or the future, we will get lost and forget that life is happening right now, that the present is the most important thing. Now, becoming an architect of the future is amazing. Realizing that part is the hard part. After that, you just start to really think about what you want your future to look like. I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm saying that we choose what we want in life, and if you want to be happy, first we have to choose it in our minds. Then eventually it will become a reality. That's the beauty of life. Ancient rule of 21. If you do anything for 21 days in a row, it will be installed as a habit. That one hits hard, let me tell you. After I read the book, I started planting these new habits in my daily life. I started writing my goals, to-do lists, writing a journal, cold showers, meditating, getting up early, none of which I had done before. It was really strange, really weird, really hard, but eventually it worked. I did it because of me, not for anybody else. Because, in my opinion, if you don't know how to love yourself, you can't love others. So practicing those things every day, installing these habits, was just so I can become the best version of myself, and I still do. It's about the process. It's a never-ending process. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. What a title. Man, I should read that book again. I should read it again, honestly. I went from a guy who loved to scream while playing FIFA and League of Legends to someone who wants to help people, seek for wisdom, and enjoys every single moment. I'm very happy and honored to share my journey with you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button because it will mean a lot to me. I upload one video every week, so it's very exciting to me. Thank you all once again, and stay cool.